How to come up with a vision and mission statement for your company. Now, you probably are thinking to yourself, Jay Money, why would you mention this? Hey, I do a lot of consulting with a lot of different companies, and especially with some of the smaller ones or newer ones, the biggest problem is they don't know who they are, they don't know where they're going, and they don't know their core values. If you want to create, and here's what we get asked a lot, is like, hey Jason, help us to create an operating system, help us to create training, help us to go hold the job site teams accountable in monthly field walks. Great. We don't know what your operating system should be unless you know where you're going, right? You have your vision and mission, and unless you know your problems based off of metrics and getting there, right? So we have to start with knowing who we are. So that's called a vision statement. Or in the EOS world, it's called the Vision Traction Organizer. And here's the deal. You have to know that so that you know what your purpose is, you know what your mission is, and especially your core values. Because how would we figure out any kind of operating plan if we don't know where we're going? And so what I want to do is show you ours and how we came up with it and why it's important and how it's going to help us throughout the project site. So if you're into that, stay with us on this video. Okay, everybody, I'm really excited to show you my computer screen here. This is a gem. I think this is one of the most important things that you can do for your company. And I want to give you a reference here really quickly. I've got some other things ready for you, but I want to type in the Amazon book Traction. In this book, Gino Wickman does an absolutely fantastic job of describing what's called the Vision Traction Organizer. You see, this has got 4.6 score for the ratings, almost 9,000 ratings. That is an incredible score. Gino Wickman does an absolutely fantastic job, and I'm so proud of that book. So if you want to do anything that I'm talking about here, please go there. And I just want to talk about the importance of creating your vision. So you really need to anchor, and when I say need to, I'm using that intentionally. You really need to anchor people to what we're doing on the project site. Why are we here? Is it to make money? Is it to showcase? Is it to take care of people? Is it to create a business for your family? What is the purpose? So let me go ahead and take you through a couple of these things. You say in the beginning of your vision statement, I like to put who we are, and then your mission, purpose, and core values. Let me talk about a couple of these statements here. Let me zoom out just a skinchy bit, and I'm going to talk about each one of these one by one. Okay, who we are. This is just a little bit of text explaining what we're about. The mission and the purpose and the core values should be kind of self-explanatory, but it's not always, right? So give a little bit of text. Then, what is your mission? What is it that your company is on a mission to accomplish? For us, it's to be the Paul Akers of construction companies. We want to showcase our construction company. We want it to be beautiful, clean, safe, organized, lean. That's what we're doing. Why? What is the purpose? Our purpose is to master the art of lean construction. People out there are attempting to do it. We want to do it our way, at least be one example of many of how to do it and how to do it right. Now, if you follow the VTO or you listen to Patrick Lencioni or Jim Collins, they'll tell you, hey, no more than 4 or 5 core values. For our construction company, we had to go with 6, right? Transparency is huge for us. Respect for people will always be at the center of what we do. We are attempting to build the lean way, and everything we do with good quality for our developer and for our clients, taking care of trade partners. And one of the core things that nobody can ignore when working with us is that we are planners. And we put this, as you can see, in a beautiful document in Canva, and it literally guides everything that we do and where we're going. And I absolutely love it. I do want to say something. As you're creating this, I can give you a little bit of advice. And there is a podcast series on the Elevate Construction podcast on episode 887. It talks about first to a business series. And then if you go to, let me just go ahead and type in here 888 and hit enter, it's then find your why, right? And then I'm going to go to 889 and then it's, all right, stay connected. And we just take you through this business series. And this is on the Elevate Construction podcast, 4.9 rating, 128 reviews. I think you'll really enjoy this, but we take you through step by step how to do this and how to plan your business. And I went ahead and ventured the risk of showing you this. In Miro, we have this outline, right, for how to start your business. And so one of the things that I want to do is link this to you in the description below, this board, if you want to, and link you to the podcast episode. And what we'll do is we'll link you to this document in case you want to build your own vision statement. But here, let me just close out by saying this. If you don't have a vision statement, you won't know what you're about. The team will not be able to rally and know if they're going in the same direction. People will not know why their work is important. And then here's the big one. From a core value standpoint, you won't know who fits, who should be on the bus or off the bus. bus. You should hire, fire, reward, and correct based on your core values. This vision statement is absolutely clear as long as it's not just on the wall, it's in the hearts and minds of everybody on the project, and you're using it to basically steer the ship. So absolutely important stuff. I've given you a lot of references, but the bottom line is I want this for you. Please go do it. We'll help you. We'll give you whatever templates you want. We'll link you to as much of this as we possibly can in the description below. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.